draft. Let's find another draft. Bring me to the war room.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
Hey, look at this. Jakiro's on the right side.
Holy moly.
Oi.
Okay, talk about bringing in the tryhard here. Omni Knight Treant.
Omni.
Yeah, boys, talk to me.
Ooh. Wait, you're gonna put the Omni in support?
I'm gonna. Well, you think it's gonna be Kezu Omni?
I think it's possible.
I mean, I think it's better.
I think it could be a safe lane too, but
is it a Kezu here?
yeah, I think it's Kezu here.
Sure.
Yeah,
We'll put it
he
as
plays
Kezu.
it.
Yeah,
I think this is most likely an offlaner for them. Yeah. But I would expect some
we
kind
get
of
the
big
Jakiro
core to
Darks
come out
here?
of this.
But that's
So they did ban the mag this time though.
And Monkey, right?
Yep. They banned both this time.
Yeah.
So now this is Secret going for, I would say, more comfort and much easier to execute lineup already. I mean, the tree is super aggressive in the early game, and this is just a better approach, in my opinion, than what they had last time. Just to be able to fight what Navi plays with. Like this, Navi just likes to run at them and take team fights over and over again. So this is a much better response to that. And yeah, Darkseer Jakiro. Looks like Navi really likes getting that big team fight, kind of like wombo combo ultis.
But that's interesting though, because they're going with the Jakiro combo with the vacuum, right? Like the Ice Path vacuum combo instead of the Slardar this time, which is quite interesting. Because looking back, Navi very much favored. Like we talked to about last game, like Darkseer Slardar was the CIS Gambit or whatever was their first two picks.
Yeah.
A lot, but yeah, they choose Jakiro this time.
Interesting. I mean, do a lot of teams pick up Jakiro? Is he a good hero, in your opinion, Mr. Pog?
I mean, this is like an old school. This is a throwback like 4 years ago. Darkseer Jakiro, first two.
Oh,
I mean, that's actually what we used to do a long time ago, just because of the potential from it. But I think it's versus like Tree. He's trying to force objectives
against
early on with the Liquid Fire. Now they have multiple different instances to break living armor.
Yeah, that's rough. You don't want to pick the Liquid Fire against the living armor because it just instantly burns it down. You have no chance to get back. One of the best heroes to take out the Tree and Protective Tower.
Yeah, I like this Jakiro pick, actually. Not just the liquid armor and the building protection that Pog is talking about, but if you expect the game to go longer against a Tree Omni type of lineup, Jakiro's talents are really good. And the cast range that he ultimately gets, what you say even if you don't go for an Aether Lens, you just take the talents, you end up being able to cast from very far away. So the comboing with the Darkseer, whether or not there's another hero that combos with the Darkseer, you should be able to land those as a Jakiro, and that's pretty potent later on. And I'm curious what a big core Secret goes for here.
Hello.
This is more combo with the Darkseer, right?
Yep.
There we go. Oh, wow. Yes.
Yappy
Back to basics.
Hey, it worked last series, right, guys?
Yeah.
Picky, happy that Rubik. Where is that Ruby Tuesday? Oh, yes.
Yeah, I think that's just super comfort. He's got some good spells to seal. He gets the no field is very good versus all three heroes right now that Navi's showing. And I mean, Tree Rubik. I think Tree really enables Rubik to have a very good game. So I like that.
Let's talk about Earth Spirit a little bit. Are people kind of feeling like this hero isn't as good as it used to be? I feel people are kind of... Used to be first pick, first ban phase. Now it's getting picked up as the third pick just for combo potential.
He still pressures, like the dual lane, you know, the Darkseer Earth Spirit kind of combo can really pressure the safe lane, so that can be kind of one thing that they do, and they do have like massive wombo combo. I think the hero is, I would say, even a little underutilized, I'll be honest, but
what?
He's definitely gotten a lot of nerfs, so it definitely makes him a lot harder to play. He's not as easy as he once before.
Okay, true.
Yeah, the roll nerf, like the duration on the slow hinders a lot the roaming potential onto the mid, right? So
yeah,
I can see why he's fallen out of favor, but he's still good.
So there's Terrorblade from Navi. I would expect perhaps a Medusa or a Sniper from Secret in response maybe to Terrorblade. Obviously, like we've seen what the Terrorblade does against lineups that maybe play a little bit slower, just that ability to just go and take down towers with the Jakiro as well. If Secret don't have a good early game, or if they don't have a late game answer, it'd be very difficult to deal with those illusions in the push.
I mean, back to basics,
yeah.
right? Like, this looks like
number.
Like last game, it's a completely different approach than what Secret is doing this time. Secret wants to be able to fight, get mid one on a hero that can tempo control rather than a Tinker, which takes longer to be able to build up. And now they have, they have the Rubik for wave clear, just to kind of like delay versus a Terrorblade a bit. And yeah, I mean, this is like a mid one staple hero with living armor and with repel. Ember Spirit looks pretty good to be able to get into the backlines.
Sure. Do you know the lore of Terrorblade there, Fogged?
What is the lore of Terrorblade, Slags? Enlighten me.
It's a demon that was so badass they locked him up in his own special hell with a mirror that he could only look at with himself. And you know what? He became friends with the man in the mirror. What's the man in your mirror look like, Fogged? Is there an evil version of Fogged?
Probably.
What would we call that? What's the opposite of fog?
Golf?
Sun?
Miss?
I think that's an adjective almost.
Clarity? Yeah? I feel like
don't know,
your
actually.
evil self would be called Clarity. That doesn't sound very evil at all. You might be the Terrorblade, buddy. You might be the evil one.
Well, that doesn't make me feel so good.
Well, sorry. That's life.
I'm evil. I wonder what the nice guy's like. Jeez, he must be unbearable.
Indeed. All right. Anyway, back to this draft. Any other thoughts, Jack? Who do you think's got the advantage? Any guesses on our last pick? Anyone want to go for the big comeuppance?
I like this. I like this secret draft so far. I'm very curious what their core is going to be, but
PL.
Oh God, no.
could be. Could
Keep
be.
that
It's
garbage out of
secret.
here.
It could be.
It could be. It could be.
I hope not. But yeah, Navi banning out MP's last hero.
I think Secret can go for like a lot of different things. I think they can even, like they did the other game, like they could still run this Rubik tree as like an aggro. Because looking at Navi's two supports, like Jakiro or Spirit, these two are not very strong in the laning phase. You look at Rubik tree +1, I think they can easily contest and pressure this Terrorblade. So I'm actually thinking that that's what the approach that they're going to do. We might see even the Omni Knight place in like just a farming laning thing versus the Darkseer, and he can just kind of get levels and do whatever he wants as an Omni Knight, and then they can pressure this Terrorblade super hard. That's what you want to do versus a Terrorblade. So I think that might be the approach that Secret's looking for. I'm trying to think what is the best MP hero for that. I know they really like their Jug, and it's pretty good versus the Darkseer or Spirit, so then you can have your repelled Ember Spirit and then Juggernaut has spin, not to really have to worry about all that magic.
Gentlemen, I would like both of you to please take a hero that you
Well,
believe.
Juggernaut unfortunately is banned, but I
It's
agree with
banned.
Fog.
Oh, whoops.
Oh.
Yeah.
Apologies.
Gentlemen in the war room, take a hero and hide it behind your back. Just
Oh,
take
right.
your
Well,
guess.
one of the
You're
final
talking to them,
ones.
sorry.
Don't let us see. Please don't let us see.
I was about to guess
For these
here.
final picks. Please guess a hero. Take all the credit while
They
you
need
can.
they need an objective taker.
Don't tell us.
But-
Just get it behind your back.
Do they
Get
go
right.
Lycan again?
No, I got one. I got
I
one.
guess the Medusa.
You go on.
Medusa?
Fuck, get one.
Dude, I don't know.
Medusa?
You got
I'm
two
thinking,
ones.
I'm
You
thinking.
could guess a mid or you can guess a carry.
Mm-hmm.
Sniper's a possibility too.
Mm-hmm.
Gentlemen, are we ready?
I don't have one, no.
Come on.
I'm thinking.
Damn it,
I'm
Clary.
thinking.
You
Don't,
have
don't
one
let me
job.
guess both.
All right, all right.
You got your guess. I don't know. I'm trying to think what they can fit in with this.
All right. Let's see. Any second now. Let's see. Omni Knight got heals. They got sustain. They got spell steal. They got a little bit of damage. I feel like they need some, dare I say, some tank. They need some
On
meat.
Secret?
Yeah.
For
Yes,
MP.
but also as Fog said, it needs something that helps with
I
pushing.
mean, most of the heroes that they do pick up are taken out, like the Lifestealer, the Jug, these magic, self-sustaining magic community heroes.
How about a Weaver? Now there's some tank.
That's aggressive. They can go in like aggro tri-lane with that pretty easily.
All right, so
with tree as well.
cool.
Yeah,
It's
with
going to
Trey.
be building Lincoln Sphere, so it's annoying for the TB.
I do think that I think that they're gonna run an aggro for Secret for sure to pressure and just force reaction, and then put the Omni 1v1 versus the Darkseer.
All right, Owen, you still got your secret
So
hero
it's-
behind
it's
your
go-
back.
I was going for the Na'Vi
All
prediction
right.
as well, so
Come on, baby.
Oh,
Come
damn.
on.
Secret-
Secret cores are difficult to contend with without any actual hard lockdown. So, like those two picks in that regard.
So what are we looking here for Navi? What are we missing?
Dendy's hero.
Yep.
Dendy's here.
The Dondo.
I'm kind of doubting what I've predicted as well now looking at the draft.
The Death Prophet
It's okay.
maybe?
We'll do another cut back to us and you can
Death
switch.
Prophet sounds good.
Yeah?
It's
not
like
what I went for.
a pushing lineup, right? With the
Yeah, some of those-
Terrorblade Death
I mean,
Prophet
Silence
could
is
still
also
go for-
devastating for some of those
Yeah.
secret heroes.
on Amber.
Nah, I think
Ah,
Puck.
whoa!
Dandy
Who
Puck.
could
I
have
had my hands
predicted
on the
that?
Lena.
So that's
The
heavy.
Lena.
Yeah, I was actually gonna say maybe Lena, but they wanted to try something else. But
Where's the
Puck
Puck at?
gives them some more lockdown and stuff like that. She's right here.
She.
Mystical creature.
It's,
Yeah.
it's genderless, isn't it?
It's-
That
but
is a
they call it- it's
genderless
like,
puck.
It's a
Look at
puck.
that little fairy
It's
dragon.
an Apache helicopter, I thought.
It's a helicopter.
Apache.
Apache.
Come on,
Don't you stereotype that helicopter. All right, quick predictions, gentlemen. What do we got here from the draft? What are you thinking? We're going to start.
Jack, go ahead.
What? You're going to pass it to him? He
Yeah.
started last time. You
Okay,
first.
yeah, sorry.
All right.
I like secret stuff. I'm going.
Yeah.
Jack!
I was gonna say secret. Well, this is more a secret stable draft.
Yeah, it is hard to go
Navi's
against.
draft is okay too, but I like secret more.
Hard to go against a Navi, I'm an Omni Knight, and a Treant Protector, both pretty OP heroes. However, I feel like that puck is going to come through, put me down for the other team. Sounds good. Gentlemen, confident?
Yeah.
Let's do a DreamLeague. Yeah, let's go. You
Only
know,
me,
all
only me
three
and
of us.
Script though, because we predicted the same.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Great. All right, throw it to the casters. See you soon, boys. Hey.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back for Game 2 now. Secret versus Na'Vi. We've just had the draft. Somebody Pixel, I'm here with Fogged. And what do we think? I mean, for a start, are we going to see a similar pattern from Secret today as we saw the last week, where they try something new in the first game, Game 2, they get something a little more standard, and no Win Ranger support?
No Win Ranger support.
No Win Ranger support.
It's definitely a completely different approach. You know, it seems like they're like trying to warm up, you know, the first game, trying some stuff out, and then this one they go back to like their basics. You know, they've got their trade, they get their Rubik for Yapzor, they get mid one on his Ember, probably one of his best, they get Kezu on his Omni Knight, big team fighter. I like this approach much better. I want to see what kind of lanes they do go for, if they are going to go for that type of pressure or not.
And what about Na'Vi's lineup? No Magnus this time around, getting themselves the TB, the Darkseer Spirit Jakiro combo is there for them. And Dendi on the classic old school puck in the mid lane.
They are very they are very like cooldown reliant though, right? It looks like Na'Vi was building toward that. Like they have even Metamorphosis, like Puck ulti, like Vacuum, Earth Spirit. All these heroes have long kind of cooldown for their ultis, while Secret is very just kind of quick-paced Dota. And neither, I mean, the thing is for Secret doesn't have like the greatest like straight up tower hitters, but they do have the tree to kind of delay the game and let them take those objectives for later on. But it looks like they're just gonna go for they're just gonna do safe lane.
Yeah.
It seems from Secret.
No fancy lanes hit. But, I mean, yeah, as you just mentioned, mid one being on the Ember Spirit, certainly a hero you're gonna be happy with having him on, especially considering how he was playing last game. Really amping up the play and tuning into the game.
Yep, so his mid ward actually gets spotted out when he places it, because Na'Vi TP'd to place their first two initially. And nope, they are switching it, they are going aggro.
Do you like this decision for Secret? Is this the play?
I had thought that that's what they were going to do initially, just because, I mean, Rubik, Tree, Weaver, this is extremely strong, and Na'Vi's supports are quite weak. Like, Earth Spirit, Jakiro don't really match up well versus this at all. And it looks like they're going to just lane swap. They have to be able to sustain their Terrorblade. So putting him toward the off lane, switching the Darkseer down bottom. Instant D-ward coming out mid from Sineko.
Now the question is, who gives in to these movements first? Are we going to see Na'Vi in turn move back around so they can pressure Pycat up on the top, or do they just accept that they've been dodged and sit with it? Oh, they're actually going to smoke up. So I guess this
gets spotted though by the ward.
Yeah. So we'll see if Na'Vi can do anything in response to it. At the least, make sure the Pycat is safely kept comforted by the Jakiro's presence up on the top lane.
Yeah, I think this is the best approach for Secret. Just mirror the Terrorblade with the supports at least. The Weaver, he can be fine alone. Like Weaver versus Darkseer, that sounds great for Weaver. He can farm just like perfectly fine in there. And the supports can just pressure around the map. So we'll see them do that toward top. Metamorphosis was used already from Pycat. They're starting to make the rotation up there. Smoke will be wearing off in a moment.
See if
good adjustment.
Make a nice start to their presence in this lane with any sort of attempt to go on them. Poppy
Viper stepping up.
I know the Jakiro, and this is a good position for Secret to set up for first blood. They'll drag the Jakiro back, and indeed no escape for the old dragon. Poppy says, "That's my first blood, boys," and punches him down to the back.
Yep, the power of tree in laning phase. Right away, there's no sentry down, so they don't see him moving in. Viper just takes one step too far up and gets punished heavily. And Secret's okay with this. Like with this tri laning with an Omni Knight, they're fine with it. They're like, whatever. As long as we can get the pulls off and we can keep our sustain up in our tri lane, it's just fine for us.
Got to be very careful up on this top lane, Na'Vi. They cannot afford to give away many more kills. Already starting with that first blood going the way of Secret, not ideal. Mid lane, match up at the moment. Dendi holding the lead.
Dendi's got a very aggressive build. He skipped the phase shift, so he's going for actually a kill onto mid one here, it looks like.
Yeah, manning up. And a couple of hits would do it if the poor man shield procs aren't there. And 5 HP. I love how he just held on to the Fairy Fire. He was just like, I know, I'm fine. He did the maths. 5 HP. And his fingers weren't even near the Fairy Fire.
Yeah, he's getting pressured very hard though. Well, he only has 5 CS to Puck's 11. So Dendi having that mid ward, which was the other ward, the secret ward was dewarded early on, so that mid ward is definitely helping Dendi and his skill build. So he went for that very early aggression build with the one in Raining Rift rather than having the phase shift.
And staying down bottom.
Claiming the bounty runes.
Sineko taking what he can from Secret. CS-wise, across the board, we're seeing MP on the Weaver, having a very free time down at the bottom. Not a lot that the Darkseer can do to zone out a Weaver in the lane. Keeping the Darkseer CS down as well. In fact, not the quickest of starts here this game for General.
Yeah, this one's all about maximizing. It depends on how the Darkseer really wants to play the lane. He has to just either pull the side a lot and just farm with Iron Shell or stack camps as he's doing right now. Because Weaver also started there first, so he had a little bit of an advantage coming into that matchup.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, the movements sound slow.
Top lane, Kezu getting some pressure onto him. Should be okay, though.
Yeah, good boulder smash. We'll give them time to give them a bit of a rundown, but yeah. Stick charges and a purification. Ready in a couple of seconds. Means they can't chase for that kill. I mean, if they want kills up in RV, it's definitely going to be having to look towards the support's presence. It's that Omni Knight, very tricky to deal with, unless he's massively out of position. MP down at the bottom. Ring of health on him as well, so he can help just deal with the pressure at the shells.
It's really important that Secret keeps their pulls going, though. Like, even if the lane is getting like pressure and the tower is getting hit a little bit, they have to just keep pulling the side, keep pulling the lanes, because Rubik needs his levels. Even Tree, all three of these heroes in the safe lane definitely need to be getting good experience going into after the laning phase. So you don't want to have underleveled supports, you don't have an underleveled Omni Knight, especially with this combination. Viver. They don't get the bash coming up from the tree, but should be enough damage.
In a lot of trouble here with the puppy Kezu chase down. That's going to be one. And in fact, with the telekinesis back onto Pycat, he could be in trouble as well. He mans up. Genshi Absor has the point in reflection. We also got Seneko moving into position, looking at this Rubik, but now he has to turn. He's got to be careful. He came into this one, tries to roll out, but the body block's there with another purification. Secret will take down a second.
This tri lane is just way stronger. As to be expected, like just in the nature of it.
Oh, mana from Dendi, Fairy Fire. Is it going to be enough? No, it's not. Dendi with the outplay.
Going for the super aggressive build, still none in phase shift, so I don't think Midwin's expecting him to go for that kind of build, the 3-2 build coming out from Dendi, even going for the double null for the lane dominance over December Spirit, and it's working.
That really is. 30-6 against the 16 for 0 and a kill as well. Dendi having a fabulous time in the mid lane, which is, I mean, it's great to see, because a lot of the time we see with Na'Vi, they used to always have a support sitting mid for Dendi, and that definitely hasn't been the case this game. He has been left in this 1v1 matchup, and at the moment, just outplaying the mid one Zemba. Getting kills like that is something you don't see every day against mid.
Yeah. With like the damage changes and the buffs that Puck has gotten, it definitely makes the matchup a little bit harder for Ember Spirit, because you are a ranged hero, and getting the double null and skipping the phase shift. I think this is just genius by Dendi to be able to pressure the lane super hard.
Top lane, pressure being put on by Biva and Pycat. TP is coming through from Puppy, so Pycat will start to back up. Yapzor as well.
Mid lane again,
back over.
mid one, getting some pressure onto him with the rotation from General.
And that's going to be, this mid lane for Na'Vi. 2 kills on the Ember. Yapzor just trying to come and save him with the rotation, but she said the Iron Shell and the damage burst from this Puck. It's just too much for this Ember to deal with on his own.
Yeah, it's a cute little rotation from General. Just surging in Dendi, or surging himself in with double Ion Shell and just getting on top of him with the coil, because mid one is he's like halfway to level 6, so he's not able to get out of that coil easily.
Still for Secret, MP is having completely uncontested farm. Down at the bottom, mid lane, an attempt to go in onto Yapzor. They'll close the gap with the boulder smash. Dendi ready to jump forward, will be held back by the telekinesis, so Yapzor at least makes sure that the puck can't jaunt to the big old illusory orb. Now Secret, maybe see if they could turn, but Yapzor not quite the ability to get the telekinesis off in return. Still on cooldown. Top lane Kezu, getting a fair bit of CS. Pycat still getting the space, and Kezu a little on the mana. He does have 6 charges into the purification, and the repel on that may just be enough to save him. Actually, the creeps body blocking him up. It's going to bring him down low, but the ice path will not catch him. And with the living armor there from Puppy, Kezu will survive.
Bit scary for a moment though, for Kezu. But the meta was forced now, so he can. After that meta goes down, they can pressure the safe lane, or they can pressure Pycat a lot with the support movements.
Kezu. A little careful how close he comes to this metamorphosized TB. Secret ready to fight though. Puppy looking for the lead in. Eyeing up Biva and Pycat. Who are they going to go for? They want to go for the bigger kill. Straight in onto Terrorblade. He's got a lot of armor, but the purification rips him down low. Reflection comes out. Boulder smash holds back the Omni Knight. Pycat, can he get himself out of here? The supports and Na'Vi trying to do their best to protect him, but it's not enough. Pycat taken down. They may lose more here as they surround Seneko. Seneko tries to go for the rollout, but Kezu blocks the roll. And Secret should get themselves a second out of this one. No escape for the Spirit.
General
Double
and
kill
Dendy
for
now
Yapzor.
TPing top.
Yeah, Biver's got no escape. He's been hunted down by Puppey. Low on the mana front. Puppey's actually going to let him go, realizing that the rotation was coming through
Nice
and
lane
not
ward.
wanting to go in.
Yeah, Secret putting down a lane ward before all that entire engagement kind of happened, so they do see the rotations coming out. Definitely a good read by them. And now MP is able to pressure this safe lane tower a lot. He's actually probably going to claim it quite soon.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And this is great, you know, when you're playing versus a Terrorblade and you're forcing him to kind of move around so much and just getting even a kill on him is incredibly good. Now Pycat's sitting in the mid lane and he's like a little bit in an awkward position because he's like, I don't want to go bottom versus this over-leveled Weaver. I don't really feel safe going top when meta's on cooldown.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
General putting on the pressure. Has to be a little careful, Yapzor. Wanting to try and catch one of them out. Maybe even the Darkseer post-surge. General holding on to it for the time being. Puppey comes around with the block. Yapzor still holding on for the telekinesis, waiting for surge to be used. There'll be the drag back into the purification. Darkseer falling low. There's the telekinesis as soon as the surge is used. Great patience from Yapzor. Will secure Secret the kill. Bottom lane. An attempt here onto the Earth Spirit, but he rolls out. One's actually not connecting, I don't think, either.
I like this. MP should just kind of chill down here, even if he's like a bit deep.
Yeah.
They don't have great reliable lockdown, as Jack was mentioning on the panel, for this Weaver or this Ember Spirit. So MP, he knows that these two supports on the side of Na'Vi are extremely underleveled and underfarmed. He can just easily push them out of lane. So he just kind of keeps staying in the enemy jungle, farm enemy camps, stay pressuring the lane, pressuring towers as much as possible. Because the Earth Spirit is, you know, General or Seneko and Viper, yeah, they're very underleveled. Earth Spirit only level 4, just hitting it now, almost a 10-minute mark.
Mid lane, talking about the Earth Spirit. Setting up for some action mid. There's the jump in from Dendy. The silence beautifully done, and the boulder smash connecting in time, dragging it back with the iron shot, but not quite enough damage. Mid one barely survives. Now the turnaround potential comes from Secret. MP straight to the high ground with the Shikuchi, has to time us back out. Gets the vision though for Yapzor to land the Fate Bolt straight into the back of Seneko. If they can get more, Yapzor trying to find the range with the telekinesis. MP can't get the chase down onto Dendy. Good quick reactions from Secret, and a very fortunate Ember Spirit. Mid one, barely keeping himself alive.
Yeah, raindrop keeping him alive there for sure, and then there's those last bottle ticks as he jumps out of the puck coil. Just very small things keeping him alive. As well, I think he got a living armor during that too. But it was burned quickly by 9 Shell. But yeah, Yapzor involved in 7 of the 7 kills so far on the Rubik, as kind of expected with their kind of duo that they have from Secret with the Rubik tree.
And already this game looking to be off to a much hotter start for Secret. 7 for 2. Net worth lead. MP getting pretty big. What are the items looking like on Dendy? It's got a lot of gold. How we think towards the blink, very close. Yeah. It's going to be a pretty respectable timing. Mid lane, leading again. The smash right. Oh, actually no, it does end up hitting. It holds onto it post roll. That combo perfectly executed by Seneko. Means there's no chance for Yapzor to play his way out of it.
Dominating kill streak too.
Mid
Nice
one,
little kill bounty.
playing fairly deep in. It's going to commit the remnants, but the ice path's already down. And with the shrine there, Mid one has to be careful. He's used all remnants for this. Has one back up in 5 seconds. We'll see if Na'Vi can close the gap. Seneko with the roll forward. There's the coil, down onto 2. Repel will be onto Mid one, but he still gets stunned up. The boulder smash is down to Keswick to make sure there's no TP away. Na'Vi get the kill, and that will put Dendy pretty much, and no, it absolutely does. He's straight up there. The blink dagger now complete.
He's got the 4-4 build. 0 in phase shift.
Damn.
Fully committed. I mean,
That
Dendy is
is-
one of the better puck players, so
For sure. I don't think I've ever
Really
seen that.
knows.
Have you ever seen that where they get no points in a phase shift?
I don't think so, actually. I guess because he's just like versus a melee hero and he's versus the Flame Guard. He must be
Yeah.
able to burn the whole thing with his 2 spell combo.
That's incredible. I mean, I don't know if we get any stats on kind of building a program, but that, yeah, no phase shift.
It's a cool approach.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really working for him. His rotations have been very crisp this game. Every single one has like worked for himself, except for the one where Secret did spot it on the first rotation. But yeah, Dendy's definitely making the right moves this game.
Oh. Pause here as bottom lane MP is making a go in. As Pycat. I mean, Pycat should be okay here. He's got a lot of armor. He has a sender as well to play with if necessary.
He should be just fine.
But as we see it, overall, pretty good for Secret. Other than Dendy. Dendy puck could be an issue. We'll get us back in. No need to watch us. Let's get back into the game. As, yeah, this puck is certainly having the time of his life. Bottom lane, MP will come in for a little bit of a tickle with Pyket.
Pyket's farm is still quite good.
It is.
He's at 4,800. He's almost. He's got like Triads, Aquila, Iron Town, going for that Yasha soon. Still doing quite alright after that pretty hard lane phase top.
Oh, and there we go. Blink Silence, what you gonna do?
Wow. They're just really on mid one this game.
I mean, this Blink Silence as well is just, it's pretty huge against any of Secret's members. If you have a +1 with you, you're getting a kill at this stage of the game.
I mean, Dendy's playing super well this game.
Oh, we may see General coming a little bit too deep, tries to surge his way out of there. No escape. Secret coming in full force, and they're not done just with the 1 kill. Want to try and find more. Biver going for the TP out will make it. Damage and lockdown not quite there for Secret.
He's got to walk all the way back to base, though. He actually TP'd to the tower, thinking he wouldn't get hurt so heavily. Yeah, Puppy, though, just kind of farming jungle a bit with this Treant and just throwing armor on his teammates. He's almost got his Midas finished up, so he's feeling pretty good for himself. The 5 tree with a very early Midas going to be coming out.
Top lane Secret. Onto a tower push. Dendy is there, though.
Yeah, very important to claim these kind of tier 1s versus a Terror Blade. Limit his opportunities to go on the map and farm the jungle safely.
Is this Puck and Spirit, is it going to be enough to force mid one to buy something early because of the silence in terms of a different itemization to deal with it? Or do you still just stick with the standard box veil?
He hasn't put anything into his quick buy. Mid one's in a very aggressive position again.
Very deep and very awkward there. He just kind of waltzed around between the tier 1 and the tier 2. I mean, he knows that there's a blink on the puck.
I think he thought that Kezu was in a closer range to kind of get the spells on him, but that was a very aggressive position there for mid one.
Yeah.
Just really underestimating the amount of burst and silence potential from the puck.
Yeah, I mean, at this stage, if he gets silenced, he's dead.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Ay, ay, ay. Mid one has to be careful. But then again, if you remember back in game 1 when mid one made a mistake, it was from that point on that the game became increasingly harder for Na'Vi. And this time around, it's happened a lot earlier. So maybe that was the trigger kill, where everything turns.
I think he needs to chill. I think he needs to just get his farm though. For now.
He's falling behind.
Yeah, he's falling a bit behind. I think he needs to have like one of those zones. I think he would ideally want the boots to travel first, of course. And now, yeah, they're gonna kind of switch it up. I think this should have been maybe done a little bit ago. Just MP being the one joining them and let the Ember Spirit just farm up. Puppy in some trouble here.
Yeah, they'll find it straight away with the silence. No escape for the Treant. That's going to be out and down. Dream Core drops as Kezu just waltzes straight into the Ice Path. Tries to turn with the Purification. The wall's down. GA will be used. Kezu ready to fight back with Yapsor and MP. General goes for the straight TP out. He'll make it. Biver won't. 1 for 1. Can he get out of it?
Bug.
Nah, that bug's chomping him down. Double kill for MP. So Secret do get a good trade. MP, of course, keeping himself right at the top of the game. Having a very good performance on this Weaver so far. 2-0-2.
Puppy's probably like, I got my Midas off. I'm fine with this. I used it. I'm happy. And they make space for mid one. Mid one that whole time is farming it, the bottom lane, pushes it all the way in. He's almost got his boots to travel finish up. This is a nice little adjustment that Secret has made. And now they might actually even be able to claim this top tower.
It'd be painful if they kill mid one now, just before he has the bots. They're eyeing him up.
They don't have the coil.
Yeah, I think without that, as you mentioned, it's just not enough. Yeah, big iron from mid one to grab. Was certainly given the freedom of the map to catch back up. Interesting build from MP. Do you like his option this game? Just the casual perseverance into the Dragonlance Maelstrom?
Yeah, you ideally want some extra mana regen. He went for like 3 mana regen items, like the Purse, the Brain Drop, and the Aquila.
Yeah. And
then he goes for some stats. I really like the Dragonlance. I think it's really important in this game versus the burst potential from the puck. And there's not really anything great. Like Lincoln's doesn't really, actually doesn't block anything. It's like Sunder, and that's it. So eventually maybe he'll get one, but yeah, I think it's a great approach. Just having that sustain in the laning phase has definitely boosted his potential just built to run around.
Smoke up. Na'Vi
he's got the full Maelstrom too. He's pretty damn farmed on this Weaver.
He really is. I mean, 17 minutes in, he's going to be more than happy with what he's picked up. And mid one, hello. Walk into us more, they say, as he heads up into the high ground and does not suspect Na'Vi to be standing there waiting. Same time, though, in the mid lane, Secret will make a play of their own. Take down the Jakiro. But of course, it will be Na'Vi happier with the trade. They get themselves a tower. They get themselves a middle kill.
I like how Na'Vi was set up for that, though. They had Pycat showing bottom lane, pressuring the tower, and they have the three of them just kind of waiting on the side, expecting a kind of rotation coming in. And mid one did fall for it.
Oh,
they get the disable.
Yeah, Pycat could be in trouble here. Secret with 4 around to try and get himself out of there with a reflection vacuum wall onto 3, but Pycat's already gone. And Secret, they're not done. They're trying to chase down for more. General with the surge out. And MP will continue to chase the gap up to the high ground. Do they have the damage? They don't. General will be able to get himself out of there. Secret, at least with that reaction, to find themselves a good kill in return, bringing down Pycat. Highest value hero at the moment on the board for Na'Vi. This game. Dota 8, Dendy, of course, with that Midas, will continue to keep himself at the top. Mid one still has quite a bit of catching up to do to get to the stage that Dendy has.
I like that he goes back for the Midas, though.
Yeah.
On the puck. I think it's great. I mean, we always say getting level 25 on puck is super important. You get that 420 GPM, and it really accelerates you. And all levels are just great on puck. Like having their high levels of phase shift, anything is just amazing.
Ooh, that is unfortunate. That jump from Denny must have just come a millisecond too late, dropping the Rift and the coil, but the Remnant was already out. Very, very quick reactions from mid one.
Mid one's like, you're not getting me again.
That was as close as it can get. Na'Vi will try and put a bit of pressure up on this top lane, but they don't have Pycat with them. So not too much these three can do. On the sidelines, mid one, where does he go back in? There's no coil. He's trying for TP out by, and he will make it. Chain's already used at the start of the initiation. Bottom lane, roll back from Seneko as MP started to get aggressive. Now looking to build into the defusal after the Maelstrom. So really getting all these fantastic mid-game items that are going to do a hell of a lot of damage. Jumping onto mid one.
I really like the defusal pickup on the Weavers lately. When I saw Pycat do it the other day as well, it looked like his damage was maybe a little underwhelming at one point, but then it was like, it just exploded out of nowhere. As soon as he got that defusal, getting that solo kill potential, being able to just chase people with it top lane.
They have the burst. Well, they can, and now the turnaround could be there. They'll look towards General, but he's quick with the TP. Will get himself out of their mid lane. MP starting to go ham. Gets one, but he's been silenced underneath the tower. 6 charges pops, not enough to save him. MP punished for his over-aggression. The coils drop. They wanted to look for more. Yapsor tries to turn the player's way out of there. He's got the living armor on him. It doesn't matter. Not enough. Second down for Secret. Na'Vi get 2. Puppy will have to back off. And now Na'Vi in position with the Metamorphosis up to take at least 1 tower. They may even be able to pressure for more here. Puppy's still hanging around, but the sentry is down. Does have to be careful how close he gets.
Feels like Dendy's everywhere in this game. He's actually trying to attempt to gank top. This is his coil, doesn't care. He's like, oh, I don't have coil, whatever, I'm gonna counter gank mid. We don't want them to be able to claim our mid tower this early.
And I like, has he just gone Midas into bots, I think, as well?
Yeah, he did go for
so
the
he's gonna be even more everywhere.
Yeah, he's having a very good game.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I think this is also a bit of the what happens. I think like Merlini and Curtis and stuff we talked about at the Kiev Major when we do see these trees go for the Midas. It's like you look at it and you're like, oh, I can get a Midas, I'm super farmed. But now he's playing more of like this farming-esque tree in a way, right? Instead of like playing the tree where you're just walking around scouting, giving your team all that information, he's playing a little bit more greedy. So I feel like that is kind of maybe like it's like I feel like it hurts him a little bit in that kind of factor rather than him just giving them all that type of information to be able to play around it. So I think we'll probably be seeing that adjustment coming up from Puppy pretty soon, just because they don't want to be losing all these towers. They don't want to be losing these tier 1s. They want to be able to keep them as long as possible versus Terrorblade.
Sentry plays out for Na'Vi. They catch Secret. Puppy immediately walking into them.
So he wants to give the information there, but Na'Vi was ready for it with an Obs and a Sentry ward placed. But now it does deter them from pushing the tower a bit, at least for that. So he is going to be able to heal those up, at least that one up with the tree armor when he respawns. And Yapsor did steal the coil.
Oh, that's certainly a nice skill for them to have.
With Blink Dagger finished up too.
Yep.
Definitely pretty nice. Mid one also gets some nice time to catch up, and you see the build that mid one's
yeah,
going
look
for.
what we got here. Some old school stuff. Battle Fury build this game for mid one. Now, why is this? What's the plan here?
Right?
Terrorblade?
Yeah, I think
the
just
cleave?
to be able to get cleave out the illusions, have that damage potential.
Drag back here. They've got Kezu. Good ice path to lock him down as well. The wall's being dropped. Kezu with the 3-man purification, bring them down low. The GS pops as well. Na'Vi, they've lost 1. They're going to lose Seneko as well. And Secret aren't done yet. They'll chase for another. Double kill for MP. However, he's going to try for the TP out. He's not going to make it. The change is there to cancel. And Secret swiftly bringing down 4 members of Na'Vi. As that was just an initiation gone wrong. They try and go in onto Kezu, but if you don't kill that Omni under the duration of the silence, he's going to be able to punch back very, very hard.
Oh, I love Kezu's item choice this game. He had the Midas queued up, but instead of finishing the Midas before that kind of fight, he finished the Guardian Greaves. And right there, he was able to remove the silence from the puck with the Guardian Greaves and being able to just get that surge heal right afterwards, get the heal and the repel. That was actually like beautiful right there from Kezu, just that item decision making.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
So in 1,400 games,
There's never been a puck that has gone 4-4-0. Never, ever. Dendi, the first to do it. Will it be a successful way to play? I mean, obviously, at this stage, it doesn't matter. I mean, for the part that mattered, it did.
Yeah, he definitely made it work really well.
But it's all about if you win the game at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Will he manage to do it? And old Dendi talking about the man. There's something about our words, folk, that just doesn't work out for these guys. Dendi's down for 50 seconds. The curse is strong.
Having that instant blink disable from Yapzor, and then the root as well coming out from mid one. Puck isn't able to really cast anything when you're root booted, so we do see Dendi making the adjustment. He's going to be going back to that Yule Scepter to be able to avoid that.
We'll try and go on MP here. Very hard to do so with Kezu around.
Oh, Pycat actually finishes his own. He just buys a full defusal there, so.
I have to be careful in Na'Vi. I mean, it's still Secret with a full 5-man ready to go back in. The Ice Path will be there. Vacuum onto 3 with the wall drops as well. Boulder Smash combo connects onto 2. But you've lost your Darks here. You are beating into MP down pretty low, but he pops the time lapse with the repel on him. He's ready to go for more. Yapzor with the stolen Vacuum, trying to create some space to close in onto the Terrorblade. Pycat rooted, taken down. They've lost Pycat, they've lost Spiver. They're going to lose Seneko as well. There's Na'Vi just throwing bodies at Secret at the tier 2 defense.
The sustain coming out from the Omni tree is just too much for them to handle right now. And that instant disable coming out from Rubik, from Yapzor, is actually just really crushing these fights. Like being able to blink lift the puck initially to be able to start the fight and kill him off. Then there, getting that stolen Vacuum, bringing Pycat out of position. And the way that Secret actually positioned in that fight too, they only had Kezu standing right next to Pycat. Everybody else was a bit too far out of Sunder range, so they're not letting him get that Sunder off.
And worth noting as well, Yapzor certainly having, again, another impressive Rubik performance. Not quite as flashy as the one we saw the other day, but still very, very beautiful. 6-2-15. He's been involved in 21 of the 22 kills that his team has done.
Yeah.
So certainly once again lifting his weight here in game 2.
Absolutely. And then now he's finally, since he's getting good levels on the Rubik now, he's actually being able to get the no-field levels, which actually is going to be playing a good factor into these fights, nullifying 4 of the heroes.
Yeah, that's massive. I mean,
on the side of Na'Vi.
Yeah, you're relying on Pycat to do everything, and you know, this is Pycat. He's still 2k behind MP.
Yeah.
It's just the end of the day, the damage spread is much better coming out of Secret's lineup.
They just have so much more healing and sustain. Sure, they have the mech on general, but having this Omni Knight is really just doing so well for them.
Smoke up and go. They'll look for Kezu, but he gets the chance to repel, and now Na'Vi, they have to turn and get themselves out of there. Jump in with the chains down. Combos do again with the stolen Vacuum. Yapzor bringing them in close. Na'Vi, they've lost 2. They're going to lose more here. Pycat takes a triple remnant to the face, does get the Sunder out onto MP, but MP time-lapses off the Sunder. The root again onto 2 with the cleave damage from mid-one.
Kill.
I mean, this is some BM getting beaten by Ember with a Battle Fury in 2017. It's got to hurt for Na'Vi. As Secret up to the high ground. And this one, it's bordering on feeling like it may just be over here.
Yeah, I mean, again, the Guardian Greaves, he gets initiated on, he's silenced, just Guardian Greaves off, repels himself, fight gets turned instantly because he has the backup support there from his teammates. Kezu's actually, yeah, his item decision alone is doing so much in this game, not to mention, of course, with Yapzor's movements and steals.
That's going to be at least one set of racks. We'll see how much they can do to the second. Na'Vi starting to restore one back up, but look, immediately Denny's been jumped in and he's now down. 50 seconds, no puck. Again.
The roots and the disables for this puck are just, it's too much. And now this looks like it might actually be a secondary Rax going down. Pycat does have meta when he's up, but Puck is dead for 40 seconds.
No puck, no key control. They do have the Vacuum wall. Vacuum to be dropped, stolen Ice Path from Yapzor. Freezing the buttocks of General.
He's got Vacuum again. Vacuum with Ember Spirit.
And there we have it, onto 2. Again, the cleave damage ripping them down low. The Ice Path will hold back Secret. They go for the Boulder Smash. General falling low. The Shrine will heal him back up. Kezu comes with the Purification again. The chains onto 2, just spamming these Sleight of Fist. And it really is, as you said, Yapzor was like, build the Battle Fury, mate. I'm going to be stealing Vacuum consistently this game. And a vacuum sleight of fist combo at this stage brings most heroes down to half health. With the ice path onto MP, but he's been repelled up again by Kezu. And just turns to the racks and they take the objective. Na'Vi now with a full 5-man backup. Dendi leads forward. Finds the yours onto Kezu, but are you really going to kill the Somni Knight? That's the question. They're trying to go in onto him, but look at this from the sideline. MP goes in, grips down Suneko, and now ready to chase for more. Pycat tries to man up, but he gets bashed by Puppey. Kezu falling low. Will he actually go down? No, Kezu survives. Has the medallion on him. Post the repel. He lives. They've lost 4. They're going to lose 5 as well. There's no TP out potential from Biver as he gets killed. And it's over. A very, very clean performance from Secret here in this second game. And just nothing that Na'Vi could do to stop it. They had a great start with Dendi, but their team fights just went downhill from the 20-minute mark. They couldn't do anything against this Omni.
This game exploded so quickly. It was like they were doing, Na'Vi was doing very well, then that one top fight happened. Kezu had Guardian Greaves, pops the Guardian Greaves, repels himself, pops GA, fight gets completely turned around. That was, I mean, I really have to just hats off to Kezu. I really loved the way that he played this game. He played really in the front lines, but he knew with that Guardian Greave pickup that he'd be able to survive all those type of aggressive potentials from Na'Vi. Just
so
stuff.
Again, the kind of pattern that we saw from Secret the other day. You know, try something in game 1, doesn't work, stick to something they're a little more confident in, and they certainly showed their confidence here in game 2. Well, there we have it. That's the first series. There we able to bring the panel in. Panel, are you there?
Oh, how's it going, boys?
Hey.